Hello, folks. How's the world? Don't answer that, by the way. Hello, Mr. Blue Moon. Are you there, buddy? Check, check. Mr. Blue Moon, are you around, buddy? I guess you are not. I'm sorry that I missed you. Mr. Blue Moon, are you there?
Yes.
How are you, my friend?
Sec.
Oh.
All right. I'm all right. How are you? Just
Oh.
getting a drink. I guess he popped on.
Yeah,
I've
no
the
worries.
finest wares in the land.
I've been standing out in front of the apartment complex for the last hour and a half or so. It's been fun.
That sound like a good use of time.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I checked my email, and my nightstand that I ordered had been delivered today at 3 this afternoon. But nobody informed me, and the picture that they left was the front door of the apartment.
Wow.
Blue, there's like 12 buildings, and every single door looks exactly the same. There's 6 doors just on the A building alone. So I went outside and I walked around all of them, and nothing was outside. I called. The lady was less than helpful. I told her I would never use FedEx again because they were fucking garbage, and hung up on her. And then I decided to do a more extensive look at all of the doors, at least on the A building. And at the very first door off of the street on the back of the building, the package was now somebody had taken it inside, but it was sitting just inside the building. Well, my key doesn't work for that door. And so I stood there, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited some more, and then I waited some more. And then I got cold, so I went back home and I got some more clothes, and then I went back and I waited some more, and I waited some more. Then a car pulled up and just sat in the car. They probably thought, why is this creepy guy standing by the door? I'm not going in until he leaves. I don't blame him. I wish they would have just called the cops, because I could have explained the situation. I had my ID on me, my keys on me, had the fucking picture of the email with the fucking package that was right inside the door on me, and I had everything I needed. Just call the cops. We could solve this problem really fast. Thankfully, finally, a young lady walked out, and I said, ma'am, I just want to walk in and get that package. I said, here's the picture. I can show you my ID. She's like, I don't give a shit. Take it. Thank you. So I have my desk or my nightstand finally. For waiting outside for, ever. Freezing. It isn't really that cold out there, but I can tell you this.
I mean, on the bright side, it wasn't stolen.
Luckily, I'm surprised. I told the lady on the phone, I'm like, we have a service here that UPS uses, the U.S. Postal Service uses. Everything I've ever ordered has gone there because I pay for it to go there. That's where it's supposed to go. Yet you people dropped it off out in front of a building where you could leave a fart in the wind and someone would fucking steal it. And she didn't seem to find that very funny. But whatever. I'm half tempted to fucking tell them I never got it and fucking I want a refund. I, of course, won't do that because I'm an honest person, but, yeah, it was really annoying. I mean, I'm good now, though. I was annoyed, but I'm happy now I got my package, so. That's why I wasn't on, though. Well, I mean, I could have been on much earlier, too, but I didn't feel like it.
Well, I'm glad you got it.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's funny because when I start getting angry like that, I want to break things really bad. And I'm, man, I could have put the door. The whole thing, when I pulled on it even just a little bit, the whole thing was flexing. I could have pulled it open if I wanted to. But then I'd end up in trouble, and I know it. I didn't do it. Wanted to, but I didn't do it. My luck, I'd give it one good big pull. The door would break, and so would my knee. And that would be karma, paying me back for doing something stupid. But I didn't do it, so I waited patiently. All right, I'm not going to say I waited patiently. I waited impatiently. But I did wait.
Watch your back.
Now, if I really wanted to, I could put it together right now, but I don't feel like it right now. I'll put it together tomorrow.
Understandable.
Hello, friends. $700 views. That's fucking hilarious. Tim just commented. I got a video up on YouTube, and the title of the stream was "Day Playing for One Last Time Before Hopefully Going Back to Work," and obviously that didn't happen. But Tim just commented on it. He says, "Not back to work, but over 700 views for your trouble." There's 717 views on this video. For what reason? No fucking idea. It's a 2-hour short video. 700 views. I have no idea why. It's pretty funny, though. Doing a little questing out in Duskwood, are you?
Yes.
Nice. I don't know what I feel like doing right now. Trying to wind myself down and stop being mad. I mean, there's no reason to be mad anymore. It's like the situation is diffused. But as with anything, it's tough to get yourself all wound up and then quickly unwind. I'm gonna do a couple hits, and I wanted to start slamming beers. That's the exact wrong thing to do. So I'm gonna try and do a couple hits to calm the fuck down.
I believe in you.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'd like to
Don't
think
try to build it mad though, then you'll just break it.
right. No, I exactly. And it'll be
I'm more pissed.
it'll be cheap type fucking shit like everything is made of today. And if you just wrench it too hard, you're gonna break it. And that'll just make me madder. And then I'll Hulk smash.
2 hours just to break it.
Yeah, and then I'll Hulk smash, destroy the fucking thing. Probably end up hurting myself in the process. So no. It's good advice, Blue. Appreciate you.
This warrior keeps pulling trash next to me. Like I'm gonna help him. I haven't helped him once.
Are you serious? I had that happen to me once too. I was waiting for something near an instance, and A guy just kept pulling shit near me like I was gonna heal him.
So right before he died, well, he didn't die, but just his health got real low. I opened trade and gave him a health stone.
I like your style. You should have put water breathing on him.
Well, it's always- Hey, this will help you live if you're underwater.
That still really tickles me every time I think about it.
Still do it. I ran by a hunter earlier. It was like boom, and he was like, "What? Like what? Like you can't thank me. You gotta like question why I've given you a buff."
Yeah, all right. Hey, I don't know if you're going swimming next. How do I know? I'm still laughing at that lady. She's like, I don't give a shit. Take it. That's pretty funny. I just seen a picture, like, must be from the locker room. It's of Mahomes after their victory, right? And he's shirtless, and he's got a nice little pot belly on him. And I see the response from Patrick Mahomes himself, and it says, "Yo, why they had to do me like that?" They're pretty good, though. Just goes to show you, man. Even sometimes the most elite athletes in the world have a bit of a beer gut, man. It's tough. Wait, if he's got that now, wait till he gets a little older. Have fun with that, motherflower.
I would say it has not hindered his play.
No, it is not in the slightest. I would say it's a growing trend that he might be pretty good at what he does.
He has been in the league for 5 years and only been to 4 Super Bowls. So.
I mean, like, he's been in the league for 5 years. He's been to 8 Super Bowls, I think. That was a joke, obviously, but no, yeah. I mean, I don't care who's around you. I don't care who your teammates are. I don't care anything. You've been in the league 5 years, and you've been in and or around the Super Bowl even once. You're probably doing a pretty good job.
Well, the reason he missed it that one year is because he lost the AFC Championship game. So really, he's a slacker.
I mean, huge, absolute garbage. Do you know the Bears could have drafted him?
A lot of teams could have.
That's true. Yeah, I forget what pick he went. He wasn't number 1 though. He fell down a little ways.
It was like 15 or something.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say 15. But that was a pure guess. Huh. So what you're saying though is it's almost like it doesn't matter where you get drafted. It matters how you play. Brock
No.
Purdy.
I'm sorry, who? No one's heard of this. Would you say?
You're right.
Brock-
The only people that have
Brock
heard
Nelson?
the only people that have heard of Brock Purdy are the people that want to hate on him for fucking playing well. Still don't understand it. Bunch of jealous mofos.
Ah, yes. Now I remember. That was Myles Garrett. He was a beast of his own. Probably deserved to be a number 1 pick.
Myles Garrett.
Number 2 was the old Mitchell Trubisky for
I
Chicago
remember.
Bears.
I remember that. Yo. Mitchell Trubisky could have had Patrick Mahomes. Got Mitchell Trubisky. Whoops.
But that's okay. Your 49ers took Solomon Thomas instead.
Are you serious?
That's correct.
Oh,
at
it's
number 3.
unfortunate.
Jacksonville took Leonard Fournette.
Who did the Niners have 5 years ago?
It had to be
It had to be
Jimmy.
No, it had to be Kaepernick. No, it had to be right at the end of
maybe.
Kaepernick, like right before the kneeling scandal. I'd have to look into that.
Tennessee Titans took Corey Davis instead of one said Mahomes.
Wow. Again, who?
The Jets thankfully took Jamal Adams.
Why you say thankfully? Because you wouldn't want Mahomes to have to play for the Jets? Me neither. Nobody wants to play for the Jets.
Let's see here. San Diego Chargers took Mike Williams, and they got Justin Herbert, so they didn't do so bad in the end.
That's fair. That's fair.
Carolina, guess who Carolina took just one pick ahead of?
Oh my God, I
two,
don't
two
know.
picks ahead of Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know who was it.
Christian McCaffrey,
Ooh.
who is now
Who is
on his
now?
way
Yeah,
to-
yeah, he's also. I still don't understand how they traded him or why they traded him. Like, what? I don't know. And do you know when they traded him to the Niners that all the experts graded that trade like a C minus for the Niners? They said the Niners fucking were stupid for that trade. I don't know, man. It seems to look pretty good now. So who was the pick? What was the pick right before? You got?
John Ross, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver.
I don't even know if I've ever heard of that guy. So
He was a little guy. He was a little speedster, but they ended up with Joe Burrow in the end, so they can't say they did horrible either.
Also true. Also true.
Chicago, Mitchell Trubisky. That's
Mitchell Trubisky, that's the
the
best one.
thing.
That's
Yeah,
the best
so-
one. You see it here in Chicago. You see it all the time. You see pictures of Mahomes in a Bears jersey and says, "What could have been?" you know, you see it all the time. Mitchell fucking Trubisky. I think Mitchell Trubisky was probably a better quarterback than how he looked here in Chicago too. Chicago, I hate to
I
say it,
doubt
man.
that. He came to Pittsburgh next. It was just as bad.
Well, yeah, but that's because Chicago destroyed him. Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die. Name me the last good Chicago Bears quarterback.
Did they have one?
No.
Namath.
No. McMahon is the closest thing you can
There you
call
go.
to a superstar quarterback. He played a very short career, did win one Super Bowl on what's arguably one of the best all-around teams that the NFL has ever seen. But Jim McMahon was a nobody, dude. He was definitely a nobody. Jim McMahon, I correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I do not believe Jim McMahon will ever sniff the Hall of Fame. The only other star quarterback that at least I've ever seen play for the Bears, you could maybe say was Jay Cutler.
Well, he was good, but the Bears sucks.
And I also don't think Jay Cutler will have a sniff of the Hall of Fame.
No.
I don't think the Bears have ever had any quarterback that has ever come close to being Hall of Fame caliber. And I almost want to wonder if it's not systemic because they just I don't know. Or they're cursed, one. I just don't know what the answer is. I mean, you look at a franchise like the 49ers and it's like they fart. Boom, hey, check it out. We picked this guy last. He's a great quarterback. You know what I mean? Like they step in shit, come out smelling like a rose. Although the Niners did have the opportunity to draft Aaron Rodgers and took Alex Smith instead.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, remember that guy? Alex.
No, hold on, stop. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
That's okay. Did that guy die?
Nope, still after me. Shit. Frick me. Thank goodness Void Walker. Okay.
Huh.
I'm sitting over here in Raven Hill, over by Abercrombie, and I'm pulling off the ghouls from the graveyard, and someone summoned that
Oh, the
corpse
fucking
lady or whatever. it is.
Yeah. Uh huh.
And the ads just because they of course dragged him over to me, so my Void Walker taunts and gets him. Now they start mowing me over.
Oh fuck! You survived though, right?
I did. I sacrificed and ran like hell, and I got. But it's like, what the hell? There's some choice words for you, man.
Yeah, no
Pulling
wonder.
the shit at me from everywhere.
No wonder you panicked a little bit.
Came from behind and just keep boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh shit, sacrifice, bro.
Damn it, man.
All right.
So
Sorry, I was checking.
that's okay. You're good. Alex Smith did have a quote just recently. He said, "quote As the unofficial president of the Game Managers Club, Brock Purdy cannot be in this club. He's better than that." He called himself. Alex Smith did. He called himself the unofficial president of the Game Managers Club. Because that's what anytime people want to discount what a quarterback has done, especially if it's on a good team, they say any quarterback, you could put any quarterback there and they'd be able to just manage that game and win. They call him a game manager. He's not a game manager. Alex Smith was kind of a game manager. He had some highlight stuff, right? Never anything spectacular. And I mean, it's also way too early to decide if Brock Purdy is a quote unquote great quarterback. I have no idea. He's certainly done well with the time that he's had, but it's a year and a half. That's not enough time to be able to tell really anything about anybody in a big sport. You know, in a year and a half, you can tell that he doesn't suck. That I'll give him that he definitely doesn't suck, because a bad quarterback, even on a good team, will fail. All you gotta do is throw it to the wrong team. Ask guys like Mitchell Trubisky.
Let me look it up. Let's see here. Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh was a good quarterback. Excuse me one second. Jim Harbaugh was a good quarterback, not a great quarterback. Also had some highlights. There was another guy named Eric Kramer. Also had some games where he was decent for the Bears. At points showed signs that he could be a good quarterback. Trying to think of some of the other fucking names, big names that you might have heard of. There really aren't a lot of them for the Bears.
Sid Lockman, according to the internet, is the best in their history.
Which was, I think, might have been their very first quarterback. Played somewhere around 1912.
1939 to 1950.
Yeah, there you go. And I think Sid Luckman actually might be in the Hall of Fame.
Here's evidence. Here's evidence of the futility you've just described.
Uh-huh.
Sid Lockman was the quarterback from 1939 to 1950. Get this, ready?
I'm ready.
He's played the most games a quarterback for the Chicago Bears ever at 128.
You've got to be kidding me.
14,686 passing yards, 137 touchdowns, still number 2 in Chicago Bears history. I'm sorry. Yeah, second most in franchise history.
That blows my mind. And the league was not a passing league back then.
No, it wasn't. It tells you the evidence you were seeking.
Just
the futility of
how,
quarterback position.
Just how bad they've been at quarterback. Hey, the Blackhawks tickets have come way down. Well, starting at $29 a ticket.
Front row.
I mean, hey, the second Bedard steps back on the ice, that price doubles. Guaranteed. I saw the starting price, the starting lowest price for the Super Bowl coming up, and it was almost $10,000 for one seat, the cheapest price. Now
That's because they all know Taylor Swift will be there.
Well, I mean, no,
No
but
one cares about the game.
I of course have no backing for that. I can't verify that. I just seen it on a post, so it doesn't make it fucking true. But it really wouldn't surprise me, and yet at the same time, it horrifies me. That tells me that in my life, I will never, ever, ever even have an opportunity to think about going to a Super Bowl. Now, honestly, I don't think I really would anyway. I think I'd rather watch the Super Bowl on TV. You know, you get the commercials. Speaking of which, I paid no attention to commercials. Oh wait, that wasn't the Super Bowl. That's right. It was a championship game. But I think you miss out on a lot if you watch football live as opposed to watching it in person. Now, I'd rather watch a hockey game in person. Because with a hockey game, a lot of action goes on away from the puck, and you can't see that on TV. You know what I mean?
No, you can't really see it because they don't watch. I mean, they don't focus on it.
Right. Well, and in football, it's kind of one play at a time, and the vast majority of the action is going on wherever the ball is. You know what I mean? Not always the case with hockey. I mean, you can see a fight brewing on the other side of the ice. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on, and there's a lot of setup and everything. You can have a guy stretching the ice that the camera doesn't even see yet. All of a sudden, you see a pass,
goes for him.
yeah, and then all of a sudden then they pan over and oh, that's why Patrick Kane was sniping over there, just waiting for a pass. I seen earlier an old video of an All-Star game, the one where Hossa came out and put the cape and sunglasses on Kane before his penalty shot competition or whatever it was, and Kane went and did a couple dekes and then laid down on the ice like Superman and threw the puck across to his other hand and fucking scored with his stick. It was just a fucking pretty cool, man. It really was. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking cool. All right, I think I'm all settled down now. Let me see here. It looks like Alex has got his stream up as well. The quick responder that Alex is. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna play here. I should probably play Natron because I think Pro is going to force me to stick to my word and play the two big characters today.
Why wouldn't you be true to your word?
I don't know. I haven't been motivated to play this character lately because everything is stressful and high and stuff. And those low level characters are so much easier.
You want me to come help you?
No,
I mean,
no, I'm okay.
not in your group though. I'll be a different group
No,
in the same area.
I like your style, but no, I don't want to cheese like that. I don't. Well, there's also this, Blue. Compare this. I know you didn't like it, so this might not really might not really resonate with you, but Hunter is a shitload more fun than Pally. Like, there's just a lot more to do, Pally is like run up and hit him with your stick, and once every 30 seconds or so push a button.
It'd be fun for you. I don't care. That wasn't fun for me. Maybe fun for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I mean, I'll say this: the priest is more fun than the Pally. The hunter's more fun. The warlock's more fun. I'm starting to like the warrior more. Paladin's fucking boring. I can understand what Tim says about it being safe, because it is, kinda. Although I still haven't made it to 60, but it's kind of boring. It really is kind of boring. That's why I respect to go partway down the ret tree, just so I can have something to do. Which still didn't really give me anything to do except use my mana up faster. Duskwood's a scary zone. That zone always creeped me out. Mainly because of Stitches and Morladine. Morladine more than Stitches, because Stitches, like, you see him coming usually. But Morladine's like a stealthy motherflower. He's not much bigger than the guys that are in the area he's in, you know. He just kind of walks around nonchalantly until he's on you, and then all of a sudden he's swinging those two swords at, like, high speed, man. He's like, choppa, 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 like a fucking sushi chef or whatever. I don't. It's not sushi chef. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Like one of them fucking Japanese motherflowers, all slicing up meat at your table and shit. You can tell how cultured I am, right? How many real fancy restaurants I've been to.
Well, I mean, when you say Ox fan, that explains it, so you're good.
I mean, pretty much. And I wonder what the United Center looks like now. It's been such a long time since I've been there. I'll bet there's been so many fucking thises and that since I've been there. So many upgrades, changes, things like that. Either that or it's starting to look dilapidated and falling down. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I've really been there. I don't know if I believe that one. I don't know if I believe that one, Blue. I got one for you. This is a science question for you. All right. It's been proposed that if you leave Earth, and this I'm just giving you an example, right? And then I'll talk about it a little bit right after I do. It says if you leave Earth at the age of 15 in a spaceship at the speed of light and spend 5 years in space, when you get back to Earth, you'll be 20 years old and all your friends will be dead. Because supposedly, when you travel at the speed of light, time works differently. And so, but I don't think I buy the time dilation thing. Time is still time. Time goes in a straight line. I don't care how fast you're going. Now, when you look out in the night sky and you look at, let's say, the Andromeda Galaxy, which we can see, which we all know appears to be on a collision course with our galaxy, you know, in a couple 100 million years or whatever. Nonetheless, when you see that, you're seeing the light from that as it was however many light years away from us it is, okay? So I realize that you're looking back in time when you're looking at it right now through a telescope, right? I understand that because it takes light a period of time to travel. But to me, if you're gone 5 years, I don't care how fast you went, because you had to go just as fast to get back, whatever it was, it's still only going to have been 5 years. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not sure I buy that one. I know that was a lot, so.
When you leave when you go travel, you have to say from the beginning. 5 years at light speed.
So
and then what?
what they say is if you were to leave Earth basically and travel at the speed of light and say, now I don't know if they're trying to say you'd have to stay at the speed of light, but basically what they're saying is that traveling at the speed of light changes time, and thus you could leave and move at the speed of light away from the Earth and then directly back to the Earth at the speed of light, right? And do that for 2.5 years out, 2.5 years back, so 5 years. For you, only 5 years will have passed, but for the people on Earth, it'll have been like 100 and something years. I don't think I buy that. I think 5 years is still 5 years. What do you think?
Now, hold on. How fast does the Spaceship Enterprise go?
Well, the Enterprise and the ships of the Star Wars universe can break the speed of light. So it's unfair.
So if they're going fast at speed of light when they go warp speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that would mean that they're aging at different speeds all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they
Well,
lose their friends when they went back. Remember the whale?
but that is not the real world. That is just a movie. I like it. I like your thought process, but like Neil deGrasse Tyson has had some really smart things to say. I've also found him. Unfortunately, I watched him too much, and I heard him say a few things that I didn't care for. So now I don't necessarily like watching him so much anymore. But I find him to be a very intelligent human, of course. But he, among many others, say this about traveling at the speed of light, that it changes the way time works. I don't know if I believe that. I mean, but maybe though, you got to think deeper than that, though, Blue. Well, you got to think to what is time? Did we as people invent time? You know, just to figure out, like, I don't know what time is.
So we can set up a clock.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. And I mean, like, really, if you think about that too, if you think about the way that we think about time, you know, there's 24 hours in a day. Well, that's because it takes our planet 24 hours to turn one full circle, right? What if you lived on a planet that was bigger that took a lot more? So then would 1 year be that many more days? You know,
Yes.
Time is relative, right? Time is relative. If you, at least when you break it down to numbers, time as far as years, days, months, hours, minutes, if you base it on the revolutions of your planet for the day-night cycle, if your planet even works like that, that time is completely subjective to whatever size your planet and spin rate your planet is. So what really is time? And how do we know we got the right time? We got the right time for our planet because it works every year. It's still day when it's supposed to be day and night when it's supposed to be night. Well, except for when they do daylight saving time, and then it gets all fucked up. But, hey, Blue, do you think that it's a pretty good indication that I've gotten high when I start thinking like this?
I mean, when you start thinking at all, that's when I know.
I'm still not even sure I am.
Are you thinking? It's hard to tell.
What is thinking? I've taken to trying to talk to aliens recently to see if they'll come down and get me.
I mean, you probably shouldn't admit that ever to anybody.
You think
They
they're gonna?
probably
I think
take
they.
you away.
No, I think they
Not
did.
the aliens, the people.
I think they did away with those fucking insane asylums, man, because if they didn't, there'd be a whole lot of LGBTQ plus people in them. Very delusional people who think they have a penis but they don't, and vice versa. Too far, right? I know. They don't ever come get me either. They won't visit me. I have seen one UFO though. And by UFO, I mean unidentified flying object. They didn't say it was aliens. But have I told you this before? It's a very short story, I promise. And you really are a captive audience. So it was when, and this is where, whenever I tell this story, I always laugh because this is where it becomes not credible right off the bat. So I'm sitting outside in Rockford on vacation on the 4th of July, and I'm sitting outside near the fire. The only other person sitting out there is my wife's mentally challenged brother. So Nate, you and a retard saw a fucking flying saucer, right? And I know that's a terrible word and all that, blah blah blah. Whatever. I don't care about the sensitive shit. If I don't have to deal with it, I won't deal with it. And I'm pretty sure you're not gonna crucify me for saying that. Anyways, we were just looking up into the sky, and he knew I smoked. I'm pretty sure actually my in-laws knew I smoked. And whatever, we're smoking Swisher Sweets and I'm sneaking hits, right? And we're just looking up, and dude, as God is my witness, like a red, very, very visible bright light, way up high, shot almost directly overhead, like came in like a fucking missile, like a bullet. Came in hot, stopped, did like a fucking more than 90-degree turn and went a different direction for a good bit of distance, and then stopped, did a littler move, and then shot another direction completely out of fucking sight. Whatever that was, it ain't nothing we created, because nothing we created can move like that. And it wasn't a shooting star. It wasn't a fucking firework. It wasn't. That was something. That's the only one in my life I've ever seen that I was pretty sure wasn't from here. And Greg's seen it too. He did. And I don't care, look, and Greg has an idea what's going on around him. He's not. I only make jokes about that because when I tell people who I was with, they're like, "Oh, I see," and but he's seen it too, like very clearly. We both kind of looked at each other like, "Do you see that?" I was like, "Yeah." "Did you see that?" "Yeah." "All right, what was that?" "I don't know." It wasn't a helicopter. Wasn't anything. It moved really, really fast. Did you know? Here's another furthermore for you. Did you know that one of the hot spots for UFO activity over the United States is in none other city than Great Falls, Montana, where I grew up? And you know what's there in Great Falls, Montana? Malmstrom Air Force Base and Missile Field. They have a small arsenal of nuclear weapons parked right there in the ground waiting to launch from Great Falls, Montana. That nuclear missile silo there, there's a very, very famous UFO encounter there where for a short period of time they lost control of the nukes and everything started shutting down or powering up. I forget how it was going, but like they put everybody on super high alert for a little bit because they didn't know for sure if they were going to launch. I've watched a lot of Ancient Aliens lately.
Is that right?
When I say like the other night, I when I stepped off, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go watch a show. I'm just gonna take a break from one, just watch a show. When I do that, it's almost always an Ancient Aliens. They got like 19 seasons. There's lots of them. I like to watch the newer ones because they're more on point with what's going on.
Oh yeah, they know about the new aliens. Yep, yep.
Well, there's been a lot. There's been a lot that's been so a lot of stuff has been declassified lately. I mean, you're still only getting what they want you to see, right? They, if you will, but a lot of stuff's been declassified. So they now will talk. They now will talk about the UFO phenomenon in Congress. You know, in the government. They now will talk about it. They have you know begun looking into these kind of things. And the newer of these ancient aliens will get to talking a little more about that kind of stuff, and that just fascinates me to no end. Because I mean, how do we know for sure, right? As people, how do we know for sure that our government is hiding aliens, or are aliens, yes, in contact with our governments, but also not allowing them to reveal that they're here because they say that we're not ready as a species to see that yet. I don't know. It's at least worth contemplating. I hope that before I leave this planet, I get to see because I believe aliens have been around for a long time, influencing some of the things that have happened on this planet. I also believe, though, Blue, and I think you've heard me say this before too, I also believe that there was an advanced human civilization on this earth before us. Maybe before the dinosaurs, probably even before the dinosaurs. But I believe that one way or another that species went extinct, most likely from warring with each other. And I believe that cycle may have happened on this earth, may have happened a few times. As they talk about, another thing they talk about is, you know, just because a civilization becomes intelligent and becomes technological doesn't mean that it's going to last. Anything can happen. You can have an asteroid hit, change the planet. You could have a solar flare. You could have a star start to go fucking supernova. You could have any number of things happen that takes a planet from habitable to not habitable for a period of time. You know what I mean? So there's even though right now everybody likes to look up at the night sky and say there's no way we're alone. Look at how many planets are out there. Here's the thing. All of those have been there for a very, very long time. And maybe if you look out and you say, hey, that planet looks just like Earth. Well, maybe that planet at one time did have life on it, but it didn't have life on it at the same time as you had life on it. Plus, there's that whole speed of light time travel shit. And dude, it's mind-boggling. That's why I like to listen to it.
I'm here for you. If you ever need help.
I think I've probably demonstrated several reasons why I need help just in this conversation alone. I think, without going political about any of the reasons for it, I think that the world right now is in a real dangerous place as far as war goes. I think the Middle East is as bad as it's been. And I think the Middle East has always been, throughout my life, the Middle East has always been kind of a hot spot for, hey, at any point somebody could start launching missiles. It's pretty bad right now, though, and a lot of countries are involved, and we have our noses way further in it than I think we should. Um, I don't know, man. I think that area is in some pretty bad danger of something pretty bad happening. I tell you what, I am super motivated tonight.
I think that you're probably not, and you're just saying that to get psyched up.
I know. That sounds about accurate. Maybe I should drink another Coke. It's too late to go get a coffee. No, I can't make... Well, I guess I could technically make coffee. I've got quite a few bottles of water. But, no. I want a lazy coffee. But a Coke's going to have to do. I want to do another hit because I'm actually like kind of high, and that's hard to do off just one hit unless you just do a bunch of them in a row. You can catch a buzz off of one hit, but that's the point. You know, you're not trying to get super high off of a one hit. Except for when you are, which is when you're sitting here trying to catch a buzz, but you don't want to roll a joint because it costs too much weed. Aren't you glad I stopped in?
Stopped in what? Like dog poo? Just stepped in dog poo?
No. I said stopped in, but...
Oh.
So, did you ever hear the saying that finding something on the internet that you don't like and having to comment on it or start an argument is like walking down the sidewalk and seeing a pile of dog shit and stepping in it instead of stepping around it?
Sounds about right.
I thought it was one of the most accurate statements you could ever make. So where in the fuck should I go? I wonder if I should try to find a group.
Well, I'll be logged in soon as I check my options, so you have the group without me.
Fair. No, I'm yeah, and I meant instance
I
group,
said
of
stop
course.
begging for help, mate. You're gonna have to find someone else. You could do a little ZF or something. You're behind though. You know, well, you've already done it, but
I mean, I think I could still get EXP for ZF.
oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you've already done it, so you just
Oh,
be
like
the
like
kill
th-
XP,
yeah.
not the quest XP.
Yeah, I've done it like 3 times. Oh yeah, 49. Yeah, I could absolutely get. I get decent EXP for that. There's actually still a quest in there I could do. I never did go pick the one up from over in Theramore. It's like the something circlet or some shit. I could tell you exactly what it is actually in a second. I would look. Well, if it'll show up for me still in a mat. It's the Tiara of the Deep. I need to turn it into that bitch too. Yeah, what a pain in the ass. I don't want to do that.
It's too much work. I'm interested in that quest.
I'm not, yeah, fucking make me work? What? What kind of shit is this? I want to go somewhere where I can find some nice, easy EXP kind of quickly. I think the ZF group is probably fucking the way to go. Okay, Oldham and ZF I have pulled up. Oldham I'm probably a little high for Alderman. Maybe. What does Atlas Loot say Alderman is?
Yeah, you're probably a little high.
Alderman says 41 to 51. So I'm on the high end of that. I'd probably do better in ZF.
Definitely.
I see nothing popping off for it. I put myself in there. Doesn't necessarily mean anything.
There you go. Saucy X wants to go with you.
Huh. I messaged him need heals and I'm getting no response. This leads me to believe he does not need heals. Probably put that in there and like 3 seconds later 5 healers messaged him. Says Nate.
Action time in the bed.
Nice. Maybe I could do that. I can go and I can fly to Duskwood, Darkshire, and then I can run through the Swamp of Sorrows and get the flight path down yonder at such and such a place. And then I could even technically go farming that shit. Dude, I just had a guy message me on a Rogue. Said, "Did you find a group?" He's like, "I can tank." I whispered to the guy, I was like, "You mean like Rogue tank?" He's like, "No, I have a 48 Warrior." I said, "I'm willing to heal as long as you're not one of them speed pull like it's a Mythic Plus tanks." He whispered back, "I am." LOL. I said, "Then I'll respectfully pass." I said, "Thanks for being honest." He said, "All I do is dungeon. I know my limits." I said, "I understand, friend. No worries." He said, "Good luck." I said, "You too." I will not. I don't want to. I don't want to do that, dude. Like, I don't want to do that. And if all you do is dungeon and you know every pull like perfectly and know exactly what you can and can't, that's great. I do one dungeon every week or two. You know what I mean? And I'm supposed to try to keep up with that and to keep everybody else alive as well, not knowing what it. No, that's the reason I shy away from dungeons right there.
It's not fun, so why do?
That's exactly right. It's not. That's going to be nothing but fucking pure hell for me. I don't understand why
What can I do for you?
it makes sense to people to pull hardcore dungeons like it's a Mythic Plus. Why do you have what is the purpose of being so fast? How does that benefit you? What do you save in a dungeon doing that? 10 minutes? 15 if you're really fast and it's a long dungeon?
That's what they find fun for them.
I mean, I suppose. I more than I want to finish the dungeon faster, I want to live in hardcore, and like, I don't know, man. It's just that for me that is not fun. At least he was honest though, because I would have been grouchy right away. Like, dude, I can't keep up with this, and I know it. It's like I know my limits, but do you know mine? Because unless you know both, I mean, I don't know. Look, maybe he would have been a really smart, really good tank and would have waited when he knew he needed to, right? I don't know. But I won't find out either because I said no. I said no thank you. Quit looking.
All right, I'm off. Have a good one.
Hey, you have a great night. Well, here's another prime example of there's no reason for me in Discord. I'm glad Boo's in here for a little bit anyway. I get to tell somebody my story of woe. Really wasn't much of a story of woe, but anyways. Maybe I'll put the lights on and build my fucking cabinet. Be pretty cool if I could get it built and put over there.
Greetings. Be careful.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Well met. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
You got my attention. Off with you. Good. Watch your back.
You need something? Go with honor, friend.
Well, now I'm spicing things up. I got a group for ZF. They're just looking for a tank. And that quest I just turned in over yonder in Blasted Lands gave me a quest for Zul'Farrak. Go fucking figure. And I never picked up that fucking Tierra of the Deep quest either over in fucking motherfucking whatever that place is. So I'm gonna go try and fucking snake to get that real quick before they fucking notice I ain't there. They still ain't got a tank, so it ain't no damn hurry yet. But if I could get a full ZF run and 2 quests, that'd get me awful close to 50, I'd say. I've got plenty of waters. Even some little waters. I've got plenty of heal pots, a few mana pots. Light of a Loon if I'm scared. I should really put Light of a Loon somewhere like else. Oh, that fucking boat just took off. Bastard. Okay, it sounds perfect. I just got whispered by the guy that's in by the rogue. I just got whispered by the rogue that's in my group, asking me if I wanted to tank ZF and told me that they had the mallet. I whispered him back. I said, "Bro, I'm literally in your group as the healer." What the fuck?
Talk to me. For real.
Bro, I still have the quest from over here at Dustwallow Marsh. I never went and picked up the other night. So I'm trying to sneak out there to pick that up now. Which would mean I would get ZF done along with 2 quests. That would almost definitely give me level 50, dude. That's my thinking anyway. Yep, that's what I'm thinking anyway. Well, they've been looking for a tank though, and now they're pushing the Ret Paladin to tank, and so now they're going to try and find a DPS and let the Ret Paladin tank. Hopefully the Ret Paladin will be a little cautious and go a little slower. I don't care if it takes a little extra time. God, this run's gonna take me for fucking ever. These dudes fucking talking about 4-man in it now. Like that might be a little fucking...
Well met. Farewell. Safe travels.
Now they can't even... I was going to get that Tierra quest that I never picked up. If you're still there. I already got it now though, so now I have actually 2 quests for ZF. So if I can get them done, that's, you know, like 2 quests and stuff. These guys are both taking damage. I hope they're dueling, because otherwise both of them are dying. That's what I think is they were dueling, maybe? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about the rogue we have in the party.
What's on your mind? Be good.
Well, this ought to be interesting.
there. How kind of you. It's been quite an experience.
Goodbye. Woohoo! I am in your debt.
Well, this ought to be interesting anyway. Goodbye. This is an odd party. 2 really low fucking mages and a ret paladin tanking. I don't have a lot of confidence. Oh, I think this is going to work out nicely. Their fucking Pally. The Pally Tank's going to have to sit the drink, too. He's going to go slower. It's going to play right into my hands. I'm in. Shit's still dying. We're still okay. Little guy's not doing much damage. The Pally's doing a fuckload. Exma. I mean, he's only level 42, though. He's gonna miss a lot. Well, I can see who's going to take all the damage. I gotta be careful not to follow that fucking rogue. I'm gonna get myself in trouble like that. what this group has showed me is they're going way slower. I could probably start using some fucking mana on offense if I really wanted to.
I'm out of mana.
I need some mana.
Wow. Jesus. That didn't scare me at all.
That's better. Can't start yet. That's better.
Hooray!
Sands consume you. Still charging.
It's been a little stressful. Fucking some of these big poles, man.
Let the executions begin.
this whole group is holding a grudge against this fucking guy who didn't want to come in. What is happening right now? Are we just toying with this guy? I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Holy shit. I just noticed this fucking Ret Paladin / Tank's guild name is Hot Gay Dads. Unbelievable. Whatever, dude.
These deserts be mine. The Sand Fury reigns supreme.
Is he really just going right in?
Can't pass that yet.
Holy fuck, that was fucking close. Please don't do it. Please don't do anything stupid, please. Not here, not now. I just want to make it out of here. Whew. All right. I can breathe now. God, I thought that tank was fucking dead for sure. You on Discord, bro? Probably are. I'll jump in there even if you're not, just in case you do. Whew. I'm fucking stressed, man. Damn. Whew. The Bolt ZF quests are done. And I can train. So Blasted Lands and Dust Swallow. I'll have to go to Blasted Lands first. But I'll fucking hit my training first. I got just barely enough gold for it. Oh, but hey, on top of that, got fucking 2 pieces of gear out of that run. I mean, that's a pretty nice piece. And this is a pretty nice piece. Gained a bunch of spirit. 2 pieces gained a bunch of spirit. It's actually really helpful. This is not the way I wanted to go. So he might have, I don't know how that worked, because my lay on hands doesn't look like it did much to him. So he must have hit something. He must hit a pot, or he must hit his lay on hands. He hit something, because, or maybe we did it at the same time. Or no. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it was in 90.8% overheal. So he hit his lay on hands as well. We must have hit it at the same fucking time. Either way, he survived. And I tell you what, it wasn't by much.
What's going on, dude?
Hey, bro, how are you, buddy?
Good, mate. Just left work and on my way home.
Fan.
Later tonight, finish off a few things. You know how it is.
I do. I feel you. So that ZF run just now was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
I'm just gonna double check and make sure that I'm putting out. I am there. Mic looks good. Yeah, I should be good. Let me double check Discord. And yes, I am outputting, so you should be good. You should be able to hear me at some point.
Sweet, sweet. I gotcha. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Oh, it's all right. Fucking computers,
I
Discord.
seen you got 50, mate. Nice one.
What's that? I did actually. I got a pair of shoulders and a pair of hands, both that were upgrades out of there. Finished.
Very good.
Finished both quests that I had for in there, and I would say on an overall basis that went really, really well, considering it was tanked by a Ret Paladin because we couldn't find a tank, and we had a level 42 mage in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, 42, mate. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
42. Too low to even pick up any of the fucking quests.
Yep.
So
Damn.
that's because we couldn't
Oh,
find a
you
DPS
made it?
either. But we made it through, dude. Right before the last boss, right before the water boss, there's like a 4-person or a 5-person pull over there, dude. It was going down terribly. The tank was getting crushed. He was almost dead. So much so that I hit lay on hands on him. And
Oh, wow.
I think because I said it, and he's like I did too, and so I think his lay on hands went off almost exactly at the same time as mine, because mine went off, but mine shows.
Oh, no.
I've looked it up in the fight log. Mine shows a 90.8% overheal, so he hit himself before I hit him, but we both did
Yeah,
it.
wow.
We both did it.
Oh, better than being dead.
Far better than being dead.
Go with
Yep,
honor,
nice,
friend.
nice. Oh, well, good. I shouldn't be. Obviously, get home, do what I got to do, and then jump on, and we can hit the quest thing, mate.
Sounds good, man. I did hit 50.
And then that way, now you're 50, so
Yep.
a lot more shit will be open.
Yeah, I'm looking around for some quests, and I'm hitting my training right now. I have a lot of shit to train for.
Oh, good. That's right.
But yeah, man, level
You'll get all